In this video, we are looking at the SpinBox Quick Control. This control allows you to choose a number by pressing a button. On the top one here, you see that we can select a number by pressing this little thing here. And on the bottom one here, this is a new look from Quick. And this is what we're going to look at. You press the plus button to increase and the minus button to decrease. And you can capture these values using any of the methods we have seen before. We're going to go to Qt Creator and play with us. Okay, here we are in Qt Creator. We create a new project as usual. Qt Quick application. We call it SpinBox Demo. Save it in the usual location and hit next. Choose our Qt version. We choose our kit and finish. The first thing we want to do is to import Qt Quick controls. So we say import, go down here, choose 2.4, and change the title here to SpinBox Demo. We want to put a column in here. Spacing is going to be 20, and it's going to be the same width as the parent. If we go to the documentation and look at SpinBox, look at the description, it says it is a control that allows the user to choose an integer value by clicking the up or down indicator buttons, or by pressing up or down on the keyboard. It looks like this, and this is how you define it. We're going to go back to our code and put in a SpinBox. We give it an ID. We say where it starts from. It's going to start from 1 and at 100. This is what we've been doing all along. And the value is going to start at 20. You can choose whatever you like. We want it centered, and we want to know when the value changes. Let's run and see what we have so far. You see that we have our SpinBox control here. The value is 20 by default, which we specified. We can decrease by clicking on the minus button here, and you see that the values change accordingly. And when we press the plus button here, the value increases, and we are able to capture that in our code. One thing you can specify is the step size, which is the increment that is going to happen each time you click on the plus or minus button. You specify that by using the step size property, and we can specify 5, for example. If we run again, we are at 20, we click plus, it's going to be 25. We click plus again, it's going to be 30. We are incrementing and decrementing by 5 every time we press any button here. Another thing I want you to see is that you cannot select inside the SpinBox here and type a value. I am doing that, but it is not being recognized. So if you want to do that, you can set your SpinBox here to be editable. So we say that, and we set this to true. Run the application, and I can now delete what is inside and type 55, for example. Hit enter, the value is changed, and I can increase or decrease. You can change the value manually when you set this editable property to true. The last thing I want to do in this lecture is capture the value here manually without waiting for the onValue changed signal. We have been doing this a lot because it is more convenient. When you need the value, you capture it without waiting for a signal here. It is very easy to do. We put a button here, We center it by using this statement here. We copy it and put it down here. And we want to give it a text property, say capture value. And we want to know when it is clicked, at which time we're going to say console log, the current value in the SpinBox is, we use the SpinBox ID and we say value, just like this. If we run, change the value in here to 41. Why not? We hit enter to change it. Current value changed to 41. We plus a little bit, 61. Capture value. The current value is 61. You can capture it and use it in your application. This is really all I had to say about the SpinBox Control. You can learn more about it and its properties from here. There's quite a bunch, so if you need them and are interested, you can look at this and look at what they do in the documentation here. In the next lecture, we're going to look at the application window component from Qt Quick Controls. I'll see you there.